Senator Mitch McConnell, on the job for Kentucky's future.
Ever since this race began, it's time you face your record.
We'll end with you and bloodhounds.
That's not gonna work.
Let's go, boys. We got him now. I was close. Big votes on Social Security, the budget, defense, even agriculture.
You know, maybe this isn't such a bad idea. I'm Mitch McConnell and I approve this message.
Keep this economic recovery going. We need people like Mitch McConnell in the United States Senate.
I appreciate your continued support, and I ask for your vote.
When one is in a position like that, they can do great things for their state.
Switch to Mitch McConnell for U.S. Senate.
There are leaders who talk about change, and then there are leaders who make change happen. For nearly half a century, one man has done just that, for Kentucky and for America. Mitch McConnell has unwaveringly believed in Kentucky and in the promise of this country. Time and again, he stood up for who we are and what we can become. He's never been driven by applause. He's driven by purpose. As he's often said, we have to show up, speak clearly, and defend what we know to be true, even when the room isn't full of applause.
That's what I always think about Senator McConnell, is that it could be a small gathering of business people in downtown Louisville or a gathering in Pikeville, Kentucky, and Senator McConnell always shows up.
And deliver he did. He's the longest-serving Senate leader in the entire history of our nation. And what did he do with that power? He used it to build, to invest, to lift Kentucky higher. From Paducah to the land between the lakes, from Owensboro's riverfront to the University of Louisville to Appalachia, from Richmond to the Brent Spence Bridge, there's not a corner of this state untouched by his leadership.
The biggest project in Kentucky history is the Brent Spence Bridge. We would not be getting that project completed without Leader McConnell's leadership. He listened to big businesses, small businesses, and found a way to reach across the aisle to get that project accomplished.
Billions upon billions of dollars for a small rural state because one man refused to let Kentucky be an afterthought in Washington. He built opportunity for our businesses. He built a bridge, not just over the Ohio River, but between Kentucky and the center of American power.
I don't think you can throw a rock at any industry in Kentucky and miss one that has been positively impacted by Senator McConnell.
And his vision reached beyond infrastructure and business. He understood that Kentucky's strength begins with her people, their health, their education, and their opportunity to thrive.
Leader McConnell recognizes to have a healthy economy, you need a healthy workforce. And at the University of Kentucky, the efforts and support he has given us when we have secured federal grants to make certain Kentucky's workforce is healthier, wealthier, and wiser.
From the classroom to the lab, from the city to the farm, his fingerprints are on the progress of every Kentuckian working toward a better life.
I don't know where we'd be as a state without him, and to coin his phrase, we always have punched above our weight, and it's because of one person, and that's Senator Mitch McConnell, and the leadership that he showed, the discipline that he taught us.
He changed not just the politics of Kentucky, but its possibilities. He opened doors for generations of Kentuckians to serve, to lead, and to give back.
The McConnell Scholars Program, which of course is such an important part of Senator McConnell's legacy here at the University of Louisville. The last even 3 student government association presidents have been McConnell Scholars, taking on the idea of civic duty and responsibility to help people, servant leaders, I think is a lasting legacy.
His story began humbly, a young man from modest roots who overcame polio and rose to the highest levels of American leadership. He never forgot where he came from or who he worked for. If there were a Mount Rushmore of Kentucky politics, the faces you'd see would be Lincoln, Clay, Barkley, and McConnell.
He's not only undefeated, he's unscored upon. You know, he never lost a primary, he never lost a general election from the time he was elected county judge in Jefferson County. You know, that's phenomenal that he was able to do that.
We were getting calls from other states and from national organizations in Washington, D.C. needing our help because we had the ear of Senator McConnell, who was working every single day for Kentuckians and Kentucky businesses. And so to have that kind of power and that kind of stature on that national level for Kentuckians and Kentucky businesses, I don't know if we'll ever see anything like it again in our lifetime.
Our leader, our friend, our mentor, the most important Kentuckian of our lifetime, our undefeated champion, Mitch McConnell.